Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, Baldur's Gate 3 has been out for a while now, and I picked it up last week and I've been obsessed with it since I started playing it. I want to say I put in 70 hours so far in a week. And that's not necessarily a good thing to be this consumed by a video game. It has gotten in the way of some of my other hobbies. Like I haven't been to the gym in a week because I just keep playing this game. I wanted to get to the end of it. I was really consumed by it. And I'm glad that I've reached the conclusion of at least my first playthrough. So now I can go back to being a normal person. I mean, I usually make a video a day on this site, and yeah, I couldn't stop. I just wanted to know where it was going. I wanted to know where all these characters were going to end up, and I think that's I think that's wonderful. That we have media like that, that we have writers that love their jobs enough to create these stories and these characters that we want to know more about, that we care about and want to see their conclusions of their stories or make choices to get them where they need to be. However you want to look at your video games and writing, it's great that we have games like this that are still being made and that people want to play. This is Baldur's Gate hit the top 10 of Steam's concurrent players, and that's crazy to me because most of the other games that are up there are like multiplayer games, like battle royales and stuff like that. And so to have a single player RPG be in the top 10 concurrent games on Steam, I think that speaks for itself with the quality of the game. Now, with all of this gushing aside, let me layer on some more. The soundtrack is awesome. Unexpected, but great. There's one song in particular, a boss fight, that's going to get stuck in your head. I won't tell you where or when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, and you're probably going to play it in your car when after you finish that fight. Um, anyway, I ran into some severe bugs at the end of Act 3. I'm pretty sure I'm in the final sequence of fights in the game. Like, I know where my story's going to end, sort of deal. But it's gotten to a point where I can't actually finish the game. I can't finish some of these fights because it looks like a building has collapsed in itself. Like there's a graphical glitch happening that's covering up half of a battlefield. That is incredibly frustrating. Now, there's a part of me that thinks that that's happening because there's so many entities on screen all at once. Act 1 and 2, it's not that Act 1 and 2 are sparse, but Act 3 is just so full. There's dozens upon dozens of enemies on screen at a time, not to mention the background characters and all that stuff that's happening all at once. So I kind of get that. I mean, at least that sort of reasoning makes sense to me to why my computer is running kind of iffy with it. I've heard other people having this issue. I've heard people say that this is a Larian specific problem. Larian's the producer of the game, where this happened with Divinity, Original Sin 1 and 2. That Act 1 and 2 are really good, and then Act 3 start to run into this breakdown, and it's not really fixed until they come out with the definitive edition. And that's kind of frustrating to hear. You know, I would hope that they, work these bugs out for people because, it's not an isolated issue at all. It's not just my computer, which I would have been fine accepting that answer. But yeah, apparently this is a Larian thing. So if you're having this issue, you're not alone. Just ride it out because I normally make a rule when I buy anything in life. For every dollar I spend on it, I want an hour of use out of it. That's how I know I've spent, like, it was a good purchase for me. You'll spend more than 60 hours in this game if you buy it full price. I promise you. No, I put in 70 hours on one character and I didn't even finish the game technically. I didn't get to end credits, but it's so good. If you want to wait for it to be on sale, I get it. But if you spend full price, you won't regret that purchase. I might make some more videos about specific aspects of the game. One thing that I would like to make a video about is the relationship stuff. I've heard a lot of people complaining about them forcing gay stuff on people in the game, and I just think that's really funny from a D&D aspect. But yeah, great. It's a great game. Buy it. 5 of 5, 10 of 10, however you want to rate it. Despite the end of the game bugs, I would still call this a perfect game. Maybe that's something to say about the state of video games as they are now, but it's so good. I can't say enough. Just buy it, play it twice, 3 times. Play characters you would have never thought of, experience stories that you get to create and make choices that actually matter in a game. That's Baldur's Gate. So, I hope you enjoy it. And I guess until the next time we can talk about video games again, y'all try to have a good day.